You know what? It was a good day today. I was happy. Saw some good football out there on the field. Obviously, I appreciate all our fans. Had a great crowd here today. I don't know what the numbers ended up being, but look, we had a great crowd. And, got to see to me, which I want, is a lot of young players put in situations that maybe they haven't been in before in the stadium. And a pretty exciting day.
Can you talk about how you think Dak Prescott looked out that day?
Good, everything was kept really simple. So, but to me, what's good is seeing a guy that, as we're keeping things simple, he came out and still executed really clean. I think he was pretty consistent, most touchdowns on most of the drives he was in there, which is what you expect him to see. Not forcing stuff, just coming out, doing what he needs to do to get the job done, and so that's pretty good. We'll turn him loose a little bit more in the fall.
How has he improved over the spring? The quarterbacks as a whole, we saw it today, but what have you seen different about him in the month of practice?
Well, just, being able to come out here, not depending on certain aspects of a game. He's not going to depend on, the physical aspect of his game. He's, depending on the skill aspect of his game and making sure he can move the offense, execute, do what he needs to do with his skills more than his physicality.
Was the competition up to what you hoped for from a spring game?
41-38 with the last second field goal, and ended up I split those teams up pretty evenly today. So, it was good. It was pretty good. There's I think we ended up walking out of here right now today real healthy, which that's always a big concern. But you feel great about that. And, I think you look at the guys. Our guys enjoy playing. They're a close-knit team. They have a lot of fun together, and they had fun out here on the field today.
Have you ever felt better about a group of receivers than this year and this spring? You got a guy like Fred Brown with 10 catches over 200 yards. Have you felt better about that group?
Not here at Mississippi State. I don't think I have. But we had some good ones. We've had some good groups in the past. I think we have receivers that have up there career-wise since we've been here in a lot of statistics. But the great thing I think that we've been able to do this year is develop some depth, and guys know it. Where you want to be is be deep at receiver, because you don't want guys having to play 70 or 80 plays in the course of a game. I'd rather be able to rotate them, and when you feel just as good about your one receivers as you do about your two receivers, it's a comforting feeling that you have that depth and that those guys that can get out there and go make plays.
Did you think this was your best spring because of the work ethic or because of the talent that's on this roster?
I just think everything. I think, we have some good talent. We have experienced guys coming back. But the guys coming back have shown great leadership, a great push from themselves, that drive every single day to get better. I think this team has pretty high expectations of themselves. Our players have high expectations of themselves, but they come out and work and try to push themselves and get better every single day. And that, to me, is what you need to do, and that's what you want from an experienced unit.
Let's talk about players. Go ahead.
A lot of returners at the skill positions, and can't really be the case around the SEC. Not necessarily the case. You guys feel like this is a year for you guys to really do something?
Well, we feel every year is the year for us to do something. We'll find out. I don't know. We've played against each other now for since New Year's Eve last year, so we've only been around each other. I don't know how good anybody else is or what type of teams they have, but I know this team's expectations. Every year we come in and control what we can control, which is to find a way to win the SEC West, and those are our goals every single year, and that's the expectation the team brings in every single year. And now we got a lot of work to do over the summer and in training camp if we want, and over a long season if we want to achieve those goals.
There are a lot of big guys on the sidelines out. I think you said 11 defensive and offensive linemen. Do you still feel good about the depth that you had there and the guys that kind of played out there today?
I do. Some of them didn't play today for us, and some are still in high school or junior college finishing up right now before they get here in the fall. But, what I like to see, you come out, and guys that had their opportunity today came out, and I think you saw clean football to me. That's what I want to see. When you get your chance to get on the field, how do you go perform? And, the guys that came out here today on both sides of the line of scrimmage, I thought did pretty solid job. I had a pretty soft whistle with the quarterbacks today. There might have been one or two more sacks out there, but, for the D linemen, but they know we're going to do that for them and let guys try to make plays down the field. So, but with those groups right now, look at Caleb Ewells and P.J. Jones. Really didn't get any reps in the spring, just some individual work in. That's pretty good having those two guys coming back, adding on to that defensive line, and Justin Mullen on the offensive line, and Dylan Day coming back out of the groups that have been playing here. It's pretty good. And a day like today, you split the team in half. You get into a game, both offensive lines are on one sideline, and then throw Dylan Day and Justin Malone, all that, you're going to feel pretty good. Both defensive lines are on one sideline, with Caleb Ewells and P.J. Jones, you're feeling pretty good about that stuff.
You mentioned the football being entertaining. The fans and recruits also got to see what's taking shape in the stadium around them.
It is. I think, a lot of people, this is their first time coming in here, and, I don't know that the renderings or drawings or the internet does it justice of how this, what an unbelievable stadium and atmosphere we're going to create here. And, adding another Jumbotron down the other end on top of it, this is going to be an awesome venue and a premier venue in the SEC for football.
The field goal kicking, kind of some goods and some bads. What did you see from today?
Oh, that's what I saw, and that's kind of what I've been seeing, and it's just, and I get with those guys, and you watch them, you say, hey, it's not a matter of whether they can do it, it's just our confidence, our consistency to do things, and both guys have the talent to get the job done, and we just got to get, that constant confidence to go out there and know every time they're going to go out there and put it right down the middle.
The defensive line seemed like the second team really stopped or matched up well against the second team defensive line. The second team offensive line. What does that, the depth at defensive line give you?
Well, that's what's huge, and they should be. I think we rotate the D line a lot more in a game than we do the O line. So a lot of those guys. When you look, you're hoping, especially for us out here, our second, we call them the 1B defense, should be ahead of the 2 offense, and that's what we want to see. Because we're going to put those guys in. We'll wholesale substitute our defense in the fall. We'll run 11 fresh guys out there to go play, and we expect them to play at or they have a little competitions, I think, to see who's going to play at a higher level, the 1As or the 1Bs out there. So we hope they're a little ahead of our 2 offense.
Talking about field goals, how happy were you at the kind of that ending sequence where they ran on the field and executed at the end to kind of?
Oh, it was fun. They kind of took Dak took control of it, got them organized. Sobes got out there. He had a similar location and the last time we were on this field right out there. But I think that'll lead to some confidence and it'll make it a longer cleanup tomorrow. We almost had both teams here. The tie means both teams, a lot of people say, oh, well, then no one else showed up. Both teams would have been cleaning up the stadium tomorrow. But by executing that, we'll see the white team here bright and early tomorrow morning to come clean the stadium.
Do you like the energy of this kind of being a celebration day after 14 spring practices? Do you think the guys kind of go at another level because of that?
I think our guys really enjoy it. You see a lot of teams not doing spring games anymore, and you can look, hey, can we get more out of a closed practice, or something that we're very controlled practice-wise, possibly. But I'll tell you what, the excitement, our guys, they work hard. They have a lot of fun doing this. I know the opportunity to play a game where it's not offense against defense with a weird point system that nobody can figure out, and lets our fans come out. The friends and families of all our players come out and watch them go play out here in the stadium and have fun, and I think that's pretty valuable for our guys.
Thank you, Coach.
I think we did a good job excelling in the passing game this spring. We really turned it up a good bit, completed some balls all spring long, and came out here in the spring game, and it showed it. We've got a young team, and we've got the momentum going into the season, and they got some good talent. We're ready.
How far has this receiving group come from last year?
They've come a long way from a group that was inexperienced, hadn't had any snaps, and didn't know really what the game was about, to guys that are critiquing themselves, trying to get better just on the small things, and becoming big-time receivers.
How hard was it for you to sit out most of this?
It was kind of hard, but it's fun watching those young guys get out there and go and compete, and I love to do that, and I love to coach them and just get them better.
How much do you love just the atmosphere of the spring game, kind of being a celebration after 14 grueling practices?
It's great. Those 14 practices are tough, and they're almost, like I said, they're almost like games going against this defense each and every day. And just come out here and let the fans support us and come out in this good crowd that came out. It was fun. It was a good atmosphere to be in.
Kind of saw the present and the future at the quarterback position with you and Nick on the same team. That was kind of an interesting deal there.
Yeah, Nick, he's doing real well. And he supposed to be in high school and be going to prom right now. He's done a great job, and I think he was supposed to have prom today, and so I think he may have had a little bit more fun out here in the spring game, and he competed and did a good job.
How do you feel to finally have the ball in your hands and that you're the official leader of this team?
It feels great. Just to know that they believe everything I say, and they're just going to follow my lead no matter what, and it's been great.
You didn't get to play in this game last year. How many did it mean when you get back out there on the field?
Oh, it was awesome. Like I said, to be out here and just the atmosphere, just the fans coming out here from the beginning to end, they all stayed and supported us. It was a great game.
Jack, what's it like to have guys like Fred Brown and Shelby and Durunion that you can just kind of throw the ball up to them and go make a play? What's it like to have those options there now?
It's good and it's helpful. Those are just young guys and they're learning. They're just getting better. The sky's the limit for each and every one of them. So, when guys like Fred, they go out there and make those plays, it's awesome, and it's good to see.
Have you had a group like that here? You don't think you've had that many options here, do you?
No, I'm pretty sure this team has been this is the best team we've had since I've been here, and coming from each and every position. I mean, we've got the athletes and they're experienced, and I think everybody's ready to go with the momentum and with the talent.
How do you assess the spring for you? You stayed healthy and everything. How did everything go for you this spring?
Well, I think we got better as a team, and when the team gets better, I feel like I got better. So as long as the team got better, we pushed and we did a good job this spring, and being healthy this spring really helped a lot.